is up, YouTube? Icy Breloom here with my first ever Wi-Fi battle. This is against Abaan, as you saw in my first video, which you can go and check out, after this battle. I will put the link in the description below. So, today, I will be bringing, you can only see the top screen. Sorry. I will be bringing, we're having a mixed tier, we're having like an OU battle, but you can bring anything you want, including Ubers. I'm bringing a Mega Kangaskhan, Choice Scarf Cloister, Ferrothorn, Manny the Mammothswine, Ducky 2 the Porygon 2, and Salamence, the Choice Spec Salamence. So, let's head right into this battle and see what my opponent's gonna bring. Abaan is a good friend of mine. We met around last year. So, he's bringing Salamence, Talonflame, Klefki, Ferrothorn, Greninja, and Gengar. So, I see a fire weakness between Klefki and Ferrothorn, but then he has 3 resistances as long as, Greninja doesn't protein and whatever into an ice type, then it's weak. But he has between Salamence, Talonflame, and Greninja all resistances. Then he has a weakness to ground between Klefki and Mega Gengar. I mean, obviously Gengar's a Mega because it's the only Pokemon that has the potential to Mega. He might not be running a Mega on this whole team, just be running a Focus Sash or Bulky Gengar or Choice Specs Gengar. So, he has 2 immunities though to ground. So 2 weaknesses after the Mega Evolution and 2 immunities. Before the Mega Evolution, 1 weakness, 3 immunities. So I'm gonna lead with my Cloister. Actually, I'm gonna lead with my Ducky 2. And put everything else. Reason is, I can't remember. I think I have Trace on this one. Yeah, I have Trace. Ducky 2 has Ice Beam, which hits the Salamence. And against anything, it can really just try attack it for damage. It can do a good chunk, plus there's a chance of hacks. I don't know what the chance of hacks is. I think 20% of getting, like, 6.3333333, continuing of every, like, either burn, paralyzation, or freeze. So he leads with his Gengar. So I'm curious to see whether this is an attacking Gengar or a, Perish Song Gengar. The Perish Song Gengar is really annoying. So I have to watch out for that. I think I'm gonna switch out and go into my, what do I want to get Perish Song? What can KO it? I'm gonna go into my Manny the Mammothswine because it can just set up rocks and it can Earthquake the Mega Gengar. So this turn I'm predicting Mega Evolution Protect to gain a speed boost, even though he doesn't need it. Yeah, he didn't Mega Evolve. Makes me think he's a Focus Sash Gengar, so I'm not gonna go for the Earthquake right away. I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rock to break any Focus Sash in case he's switching. Oh, he is Mega! Oh, greatly played by my opponent there, not Mega Evolving on the first turn. And then he goes for the Perish Song, so he is a Perish Song Mega Gengar, and that scares me quite a bit. I'm gonna set up those rocks. So I don't want him disabling my Earthquake if I go for an Earthquake and he goes for a Protect. So I'm gonna go for an Ice Shard for damage. That's what I'm gonna do. Just so he can disable it. Okay, yeah, he goes for the Protect. So I'm going for the Ice Shard. He protects himself. His Perish count falls to 2. So I'm predicting a sub this turn, and I don't want a sub. So if I Ice Shard for damage, I'm not breaking sub, but if he subs and then just switches out next turn, I think I'm gonna go for the Ice Shard for damage, because he's gonna obviously sub here, and then he has to switch out next turn. So I'm gonna Ice Shard, land it, do a little bit of damage. That does 25%, and there's the sub. Mega Gengar proving its worth. Perish count falls to 1. He has to switch here. I'm gonna go for an earthquake actually, no, that's risky. I'm gonna go for an icicle crash to get damage on whatever comes in. Unless he doesn't switch here and just sacks it. He could do that. Oh, no. There's this withdrawal. He's probably gonna go into Ferrothorn. Oh, Klefki, a shit earthquake! It's his best bet. It resists. No, I would have gone into Ferrothorn because it's neutral. Icicle Crash and Earthquake do neutral. But he makes the better play here, predicting the Icicle Crash. It does nothing to that Klefki. Actually, it does a little bit more than I thought. But I'm going to go down here to the Paris song. So, I could have Ice Sharded to break sub, but what? I would have... Never mind. Couldn't break sub. Here, I think that my Salamence is my best bet. Yeah, my Salamence should be my best bet. Because I can now Fire Blast the Klefki. And it should do a good amount of damage. Actually, no, it should KO. I was saying it should do a good amount of damage to whatever comes in. If he brings in Talonflame, I can actually do like 30% more, like 50%. No, I can do around 40%. But if he goes into Greninja, I can do around 40%. Ooh, the shiny Greninja. We are just bringing shinies today. I do break his Focus Sash if he had it, or he might be holding Life Orb. With those rocks. So yeah, 40%. Because, oh, the burn! Yeah. So I do predict an Ice Beam here. I do not want to get anywhere near an Ice Beam. So I'm going to switch out into my Ducky 2 who can tank an Ice Beam. And then get a little bit of burn damage off. Then I'll try attack, probably. Let's see if he Ice Beams or he predicts a switch and goes for something else. I'm going to trace Protein. I don't know. Whatever. Yep, here goes the Ice Beam. He's going to land it. And I'm going to tank it like a boss. Why am I clapping so much? So, here I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. And I want to turn into a Lightning type. Or an Electric type. And then, he would be... There's nothing on his team that can hit me. Nothing on his team learns Earthquake besides Salamence. And it's always, like, special. He withdraws. Going into Ferrothorn? Gengar. Oh, he's trying to KO me. But, fortunate for me, I went for the Thunderbolt, and those Stealth Rocks might have made a difference. I'm actually not invested in special attack. Not that I know of. So, yes, Stealth Rocks pulling through. I might have not needed them if I got, like, max damage. But the way the health bar went so slow, I thought, like, that was max damage, or at least mid damage. So, here I predict him going on to Ferrothorn, but he goes on to Talonflame. Probably gonna Flare Blitz, takes 50% from the rocks. Probably gonna Flare Blitz, because I am a Lightning type. And I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt here. I'm not really fearing a Flare Blitz. He goes for a Brave Bird, predicting the switch into, what did I have that is weak to? I resist because of Protein. And what do I have that I could have gone into? I forget. I guess Brave Bird would have done a really good amount of damage to anything. He probably wanted to get it on that Kangaskhan. Maybe he predicted the switch and he thought I wouldn't switch into Ferrothorn because of me fearing the Flare Blitz. So he probably predicted a switch into Salamence. He's going to take 25% from those rocks, the Salamence. I'm going to get intimidated. I'm a Lightning type. I'll take a Draco Meteor any day. A Salamence that goes to -2 for a Porygon 2. I'll take that any day. Here's the Draco Meteor. So he's going to go to -2. Which I'm happy about. I mean, if he got a free KO... Oh my gosh! What? Ducky 2 just took that! What the heck? Porygon, you're so good! Like, you wanna be like... What? You at 86 HP, you took a Draco Meteor from probably a Scarfed Salamence. I would assume. Could be a Specs. Because we didn't see any damage from Life Orb. But you just lived! You only took 83 damage from that? Wait, how much do you have left? I need to know this. So he brings in the Greninja. I have 6. So you took 80 damage from a Choice Scarf Salamence. I want to save my ducky too, but if I sacrifice it, I'm KOing the Greninja. So, do I want to just take the knockout, or what can I switch into? Ferrothorn can take it pretty well. His last Pokemon, I think, Clefkin and something. So I'm gonna go for the Tri-Attack here. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put, my volume up. There we go. He's gonna go for the Shadow Sneak. KOing me because of protein. He gets the crit. It's a crit! Didn't matter at all. He's burned, so that, I thought I would live for a minute, not gonna lie to you. But he does get KO'd by the burn. Why would he go for a Shadow Sneak? He outspeeds me. I'm gonna go into no, I'm gonna go into Salamis to get the Intimidate off on whatever comes in. Klefki comes in. Ooh, that shiny shine. I knew I was missing something. I'm like, where's the extra volume? So I'm gonna get the Intimidate off. That's not gonna matter. Unless he runs Foul Play. And I'm gonna go straight away for the Fire Blast. Wow, I almost pressed Draco Meteor. He's gonna swagger. Salamis avoids! Yes! That's what you get for trying to hack. The Choice Specs Fire Blast is gonna take. It's a crit! Crit! Didn't matter at all. Choice Specs Fire Blast on a Klefki. I know, like, even if it was max invested. And his last Pokemon is Ferrothorn. So I'm gonna Fire Blast here. Takes nothing from the ball. Yeah, I'm gonna Fire Blast and end the game with a nice close 4-0. That was a great game by Abaan. He's gonna stall it. He's stalling. If he gets 2 more Protects in a row, see, he needs 3 Protects in a row with chances of like 7%. For me to run on a Fire Blast. Even then, I have Pokemon in the back. I have my own Ferrothorn to just Power Whip slowly, but he's not gonna go for it. I'm gonna take the knockout with Fire Blast here, and that'll be the game. So really nicely played by my opponent. So we won our first Wi-Fi battle. Woo! Anyways, so guys, that's all. Thanks for watching. See ya. Well, in a minute. I'm gonna wait for this.